Welcome to BTS Heart. The energy inside the Chicago arena had been absolutely electric. Thousands of ARMY had gathered to witness BTS create another unforgettable night on stage. The music had stopped, the house lights had come up, and the final echoes of cheers were still filling the venue. But while fans were slowly making their way out into the cool Chicago night, something unexpected was happening far away from the stage. Behind the heavy security barriers at the venue's private exit, a strange situation was beginning to unfold. It all started when Taehyung stepped out from the backstage entrance and walked toward a line of black luxury SUVs waiting in the underground loading area. At first, everything appeared completely normal. Taehyung was dressed in his familiar oversized coat and looked calm after the exhausting performance. But as he approached the lead vehicle, something suddenly caught his attention. A man standing beside the open rear door appeared to be directing him toward the vehicle. However, there was one problem. The man did not appear to be part of BTS's regular security team. Taehyung suddenly stopped. He didn't enter the car. For several seconds, he simply stood there with one hand resting against the door frame, carefully looking inside the vehicle. Local staff members immediately noticed the unusual pause. Security personnel exchanged concerned looks, while the normal flow of the departure process came to a complete stop. Why had Taehyung suddenly refused to get inside? And what had he noticed? Inside the holding area, the other BTS members were still finishing their post-concert routines. Namjoon was checking departure details with the tour management team. Jin and J-Hope were relaxing and laughing together after the exhausting show. Yoongi was reviewing audio notes from the performance, while Hyun was checking with staff about the next day's schedule. Everything seemed completely normal. Until a staff member rushed into the room. The message was brief. Taehyung's vehicle hasn't moved. The atmosphere changed instantly. Namjoon's leadership mode kicked in as he requested clarification from security. Jin immediately headed toward the exit corridor to understand what was happening, but Jungkook's reaction was perhaps the most immediate. The moment he heard that Taehyung was standing outside the vehicle under unusual circumstances, he rushed toward the loading dock. He didn't wait. He didn't stop to collect his belongings. He simply ran. After growing up alongside Taehyung and sharing countless stages and travel experiences, the thought that something might be wrong with his older member immediately triggered his protective instincts. Jungkook rushed through the corridor and into the underground loading area. And then he saw Taehyung. Taehyung was still standing beside the open vehicle door. An unfamiliar person was standing nearby. Jungkook immediately moved toward him and called out to make sure everything was okay. Within moments, Hyun, Namjoon, Jin, Yoongi, and J-Hope also arrived. Suddenly, all 7 members were gathered around the vehicle. The contrast was striking. Only minutes earlier, they had been standing in front of thousands of screaming fans. Now, they were standing together in a quiet underground garage, trying to understand an unexpected security problem. Then the reason behind Taehyung's hesitation finally became clearer. According to the unfolding situation, Taehyung had noticed that something about the vehicle and the people around it did not match the normal security procedure. The person near the door was not part of the primary security team. More importantly, the driver did not appear to be the assigned chauffeur for their convoy. There was also concern about an unauthorized recording device being used near the vehicle. That changed everything. Taehyung's decision to stop wasn't simply hesitation. It may have prevented a serious privacy and security issue. Instead of entering the vehicle and continuing the departure sequence, he remained at the door and effectively forced the process to stop. Jungkook, however, had arrived before knowing any of these details. From his perspective, he had simply seen Taehyung standing beside an unfamiliar person and an unverified vehicle. His first instinct was to protect him. Hyun quickly moved beside Jungkook, helping calm the situation while staying close to Taehyung. Namjoon took control of the situation and requested that all vehicle movements be stopped until everyone's credentials could be verified. Jin and the security team helped control the surrounding area, while Yoongi carefully observed what was happening. J-Hope coordinated with staff and venue personnel to make sure the situation was handled without creating unnecessary chaos. Slowly, the mystery began to disappear. What initially looked like a frightening confrontation was turning into a security protocol problem that needed to be corrected. Immediately, a properly verified vehicle was brought forward. The questionable personnel were removed from the restricted area, and the departure process was restarted under tighter security. Finally, Taehyung entered the verified vehicle. Jungkook and Hyun remained close to him, while the other members followed in the remaining vehicles. The convoy eventually left the Chicago venue safely and continued toward their hotel. What had begun as a confusing and tense moment ended with every member safely accounted for, but one detail remained impossible to ignore. Taehyung had noticed something that others apparently hadn't noticed immediately. His decision to stop instead of simply following the routine may have protected the privacy of the entire group. And Jungkook's reaction revealed something equally powerful. He didn't know what was happening. He didn't have all the information. He simply heard that Taehyung might be in an unusual situation, and he ran toward him. That instinctive reaction became one of the most emotional parts of the entire incident, because after years of performing together, traveling together, and facing countless unpredictable situations, the members have developed a bond that goes far beyond simply being colleagues. One member notices something unusual. Another immediately responds. Someone takes control, someone provides reassurance, and together, they make sure no one is left behind. The Chicago night had started with the roar of thousands of ARMY and ended with a quiet reminder of how closely BTS continues to look out for one another. For Taehyung, it was a moment of awareness. For Jungkook, it was a moment of instinctive protection. And for all 7 members, it was another example of the unity that has carried them through years of global stages and endless challenges. This is BTS Heart.